Welcome back. Today I'll be talking about and using the Savoy by The Shaving Shop. For those of you who do not know, The Shaving Shop is the one of the umbrella brands, I guess the umbrella brand for Peter Chokalis' website. It's sometimes called The Club. The Club is a membership you can join for 6 months at a time. You receive like free shipping on, and also exclusive access to, or early access to, certain items that come out. It's like he'll come out with some new stuff, and you only members can get it for like a month or two, something like that. And then it's like a timed exclusive, and then it kind of branches out, and it's open to anyone. He has the Shaving Shop is his main name, the Shaving Shop Club, and then he has Ariana and Evans. And the Shaving Shop and Ariana and Evans used to be made by various artisans. I still think the Shaving Shop is they still offer the products made by various artisans, and they would sell them for them. This is made by Henrietta Victoria out of Quebec, Canada. It's a vegan-based soap. It's by all accounts, it's one of the better vegan bases out there, and I'm very excited to try it. It's based on the Savoy Hotel in London, a place frequented by people such as Winston Churchill. You can actually read it in the description on their website, which I will link down below. It's just a very good mix. It's a complex scent. It describes it as elegant leathers, cigar and pipe smoke, florals, all that stuff. It's a very good scent, so very excited to try it, so don't go away. You may notice that I'm in a different place, brighter place. I have a different shirt on. My hair is slightly different. It's because I filmed that intro a while back. I did not get the review. Actually, my daughter woke up and I didn't get to finish that video. And then I ended up giving that jar of soap away to a friend who was just starting out. And since it smelled good, I wanted him to have something good as he started out. So I actually kept the sample behind so I could still do the review though. So it's in here. And I actually don't have that brush anymore either that is pictured. So I'll be using my normal trusty Razor Rocks BC Silver Tip. And I will not be using my usual Rockwell 6C that's pictured in that photo. I'll be using my new Gillette Ball and Tech. I traded for this new one here. I gave my old Ball and Tech away, and I traded for this one. I regretted giving it away. I liked it all. It's my favorite razor. This one's actually heavier and it's a little bit different. Shinier too, so I'm really excited to try it. But back to this soap. I'm actually the ingredient list on this soap is just as long as your arm, so I'm gonna put it right here. But what I can tell you about the center core, what I think of it, is that it is very, very good. It's very pipe tobacco forward, in my opinion, with some leather. The leather scent is more of a sweet leather, kind of like El Gaucho, also by The Shaving Shop. It's got kind of that leathery core in there, but there's also some the tonka bean and the floral and the other floral notes in there are pretty prominent. It's a very good mix in there. It's not overly floral. I don't think if you tend to not be a floral fan, I don't think that's going to bother you so much. It's just so well blended in there, and that and it's not an in-your-face tobacco scent. It is an elegant. I mean, it is what it is. It's mimicking the Savoy, and it's going to be lighter on that sense, but it's that kind you just want to sit with and inhale. So even if you're not a fan of tobacco scents, you might enjoy this one because there's a lot more going on than just tobacco. I think I've lathered enough. This is such a sweet, masculine scent. It's really good. But I think even female shavers would like this one, like to use it, because I don't know if it's overly masculine. I think anybody could enjoy this. But this is my first time using Henrietta Victoria. It's vegan, but I heard, by all accounts I've heard, it's a very good vegan soap base. It's on the higher end as far as those go. So we'll be able to judge that for ourselves. And it looks to be a little on the thirsty side because the leather's kind of dull looking, so I'm just going to wet this a little. Apply some drops because historically I tend to make thinner lathers on here because I'd rather overhydrate than underhydrate. It usually increases the slickness, but it doesn't always look the best. But looks aren't everything. This is one of those scents I think you could wear anytime. I think it's a non-offensive scent. You could wear it to work or on a date.
it's very refined. I would personally want to wear this if I was dressing up. No, I didn't tub load this. You saw that I had a pretty good sample in my apothecary mug, but it loaded up pretty easily. The soap is a little on the firmer side. It's actually, when I got it, it was very firm. I don't know if I could say it's hard, but it's very firm. Especially after you've used it and it dries, it firms up even more. Gillette Tech that I just dropped, but it looks to be, the blade gap looks to be still okay, so. And this is about 4 days growth. If you have sensitive neck skin like I do, I highly recommend that you, especially in your tricky areas, that you pull your neck skin like kind of tight, and just get the right angle and don't use any pressure. Just touch it and let it go. And it's also important to remember that you don't have to get the whole shebang on the first pass. You just get a first pass over with, and you get the rest on the subsequent ones. So that can, keeping that in mind, that can keep you from putting too much pressure down and doing too much damage to your neck. So I'm gonna rinse and do the next pass. All right, cross grain. The lather consistency I found, and as I mentioned before, when I talk about lather consistency, you take mine with a grain of salt, because I tend to use a little more water than other people, but this resembles to me meringue that you would find on top of pie. It can get shiny, but it doesn't necessarily have to be shiny. But it's absolutely acceptable density. If I'd used less water, I'm sure it would have been a little thicker. But I mean, I like thick lather like the next guy, but that's not, if it's not slick, you can get a thick, voluminous, good looking lather and it just not be slick at all. That's not what I look for. All right, great shave. Post-shave feel is pretty good, especially for a vegan soap. And I say for a vegan soap, there's plenty of good vegan soaps out there. The king of which is Katie's Bubbles, and Holy Cow also has a very good vegan base, and several others have made some splashes recently. Salisky Soaps also has a pretty good, pretty well cleaned vegan base out there. Pretty recent, but yeah, this I don't feel like I need to use any post-shave product. I'm going to use alum. This is my broken one. It still works though. Just to see, because it had been a few days, and I'm going to just see if there's any irritation at all. There's a little bit of a sting, but it's barely there. I don't think I'll have any irritation. At least I hope I don't. I used a Perma-Sharp blade, and that's usually when you combo in the Gillette Tech. That's also a little harder one. And like I said, I dropped it, and I don't see any issues, but man, that just ticks me off. I hate when I drop stuff, especially razors. And if at all possible, keep your razor on a towel away from the edge of your sink. I was an idiot and had it on the very edge and then just knocked it off. Ugh. That happens when I take pictures outside. I messed up my Gillette Red Tip. I'm pretty sure I knocked it out of alignment by dropping it on my deck one day, and I'm gonna have to have it fixed now. So you'll save money if you keep it away from the edge of things, and I'm just very careful. I'm just drying off my blade and the razor and all that as I'm talking. Yeah, great shave with this stuff. Never tried them before. You've never tried Henry at Victoria and you are interested in vegan soap bases, absolutely give them a try. And I highly recommend this scent. I may actually have to rebuy it. Man, I could just sit with this scent all day. My wife likes it a lot, out of the container anyway. But I felt like it remained about the same. It's a medium strength scent, and it remained that way lathered. It's the same strength and it is lingering. And my friend that I gave this to said that it lingers around most of the day, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't really feel the need to use a post-shave product as far as like skin conditioning goes. I probably will not use a balm, but I will use some witch hazel just to as a precaution for the little bit of a stinging I felt. But all in all, great shave. I'm very happy with it. Face feels great, no drawing up or anything. And I'm just going to go on the record here, a little bit of a rant here incoming. On Reddit, I saw a guy talk about how he thought post-shave feel was like a useless metric. And I'm like, really? Because I think most people would disagree with you, man. I mean, it's all opinion. But he said that almost any soap is going to dry your face out, and that's simply not true. Some soaps are going to. So there's definitely some soaps that make my face draw up, but the elite soap bases out there do not do that. Now, that may vary person to person. We like to say YMMV. If you've ever seen that acronym, it means your mileage may vary. Sure, that happens. I mean, maybe every soap does dry your face out, or dry it out, but for most people, that is not the case. And there's a reason why a lot of us say, you don't need to use a post-shave product after this soap, because it moisturizes your face at an elite level. It's almost like a balm in itself. So you see some of us pull out the extra lather and put it on our face because it makes our face feel good. So it is not a useless metric. That's your opinion. Maybe that doesn't work for you, but for most of it does. So yeah, you're not going to see me get like that heated about it, but I thought that was just I don't know, very subjective comment that is not true for most people. So I don't know. You can tell me in the comments if you think, if you agree with that or not. Maybe I'm wrong. Please let me know. But anyway, sorry for the rant. Great shave. Check out Henriette Victoria and the Shaving Shop online. I'll put the links below. Very reasonably priced. As always, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. And comment below if you have anything to say, especially the question I just asked you. So, see you next time.